This is the Mackie 220, MP220. One of 3 new in-ear headphones that just came out by Mackie. And this is a critical review. On paper, the MP220s would strike one as having to fit the bill for many needs, especially if you're active or you just need the flexibility of not having a heavy pair of over-the-head headphones on. And these, in many ways, does fit the bill. I do have some concerns about it, but I guess just to start off this review, the MP20s are high-end headphones, high-end in-ear headphones. They run about $200. They have a lower price model, which is about $150, and then a hybrid of both these, which is a dual, and a single piece for about $220, $230, and that's the MP240. I'm not sure after reviewing these if you'd consider the MP240s. There are some concerns with this, but just to start off, the construction on these is excellent. These can actually bend over the ears and then just tap inside like this. That's the left. These in, and they drape around like that. And then of course you have the right, which is like this. It has both a standard mini jack as well as an adapter that you can lock into your home theater system. The set also comes with a beautiful hard case. I haven't seen literally a beautiful design for a in-ear headphones like this. This is very nice. It looks almost like a military case here. And it also has a lanyard so that you can attach this to a belt loop or a knapsack, and it's really, really durable. Inside, as I mentioned, you have the adapter. You have the earpieces, small, medium, and large, and then of course you have this. Then of course you have the instruction booklet as well as some handy tips. But the real gem here is the hard case. This is very nice. You can remove all of these accessories once you have determined what is the size that's best for your ears, and then just put the earphones in. So going on to performance, my issue is with this is, and this is after burning these in. For the better part of 3 or 4 days, I had actually burned these in. Now, some people may not agree with that, but if you're going to buy a nice pair of headphones, especially if you're going to spend $150 to $200 and up, you want to burn these in. And essentially what burning in is attaching this to a stereo system and playing various kinds of CDs or DVD audios or whatever at the highest level. And so you'd make the drivers flexible, so the skin of the speaker would become more pliable and be more responsive, and so it would translate the audio signal with more precision. And it's kind of like breaking in a pair of new shoes. So once you get a new pair of shoes, typically it's very tight, and after you wear them a while, it becomes soft and it molds to your feet. The same thing here with burning in. So you pair, if you buy an expensive pair of headphones and you plug them in, and over the course of 22 to 25 hours, you play various kinds of music at high levels, it makes the skin very flexible. So when you do listen to something, it sounds more accurate. Having done that, I'm a little bit disappointed that these Mackies don't sound the way that they should. I've got about half a dozen headphones in there, including some in-ear headphones. And even some of my mediocre headphones sounds a lot better than these. And that's surprising, because in-ear headphones or canal buds actually has the driver closer to the eardrum, so you would think that the signal that you get from in-ear headphones would be that much more, would make that much more of an impression on you. I didn't find that with these. These are nice. The quality of these, as well as the cord, is very thickened, which is something I had been complaining about for in-ear headphones for a long time, that manufacturers made the cords very thin purposely so that they would develop a shortage and you'd have to replace them sooner rather than later. These look like they would last you a good while. Now you're paying for that, which is about $200 retail. But at the end of the conversation, what's most important is sound fidelity. And sound fidelity in these are okay. They are not spectacular. And again, this is after 2 or 3 days of having music constantly blaring through these, just so that I would get the kind of sound that I was hoping that these would give. We're talking about listening to Prince. You're talking about some classical music like Sarah Brightman, some Springsteen, The Police, KRS-One, quite a few, plus some instrumental classical. The sound felt kind of flat, and I don't mean as in there's no equalization or amp. It's just the songs sound very flat. I mean, just playing just a whole host of stuff. I didn't find one genre that really was emphasized with these over another, and typically you'd find that if you have bass headphones, typically rap or heavy metal or certain kinds of dance sound better than others. But these didn't make an impression on me with any genre. That's not to say that maybe over the course of time these would appeal to me, but as for right now, I don't know if I could give these a recommendation. I like a lot of things about this. The construction, the fit is very nice. I was able to wear these for several hours without a problem. I love the case, and I also like the fact that you had also the other accessories, including the 1/8 jack for your stereo. I mean, I'm sorry, the 1/4 jack for your stereo. So, I'm going to hold off on a strong recommendation. Mackie reportedly has a very, very good reputation with making home speakers. So the speakers that you would attach to your home theater system. So that's why I was hoping that these would really, really wow me. But they haven't. So that is the review of the MP220s. Sound reproduction is nothing to write home about. Everything else is wonderful. I would have rather had great fidelity and, maybe if they compromise, if they had to, elsewhere, but for something that had a lot of thought go into it, for the sound to be mediocre, I think is disappointing. So, the Mackie MP220, I think they need to go back to the drawing board and deal with the audio fidelity of these. Okay? Thanks a lot.